offshore accounts. Spiritual court is now in session. Okay, so somebody's moving money, putting it in offshore accounts to act like they don't have the money, trying to hide the money. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. So this is money that this has something to do with you, all right? So this is money that was left to you, something that they stole from you, and they're trying to hide it in on offshore accounts. Somebody has a Dodge Charger vehicle. This could be you or somebody involved. So there's more. A female crooked judge is involved. Okay. They strategically constructed plans to take you out. Okay. Somebody that works in IT, computer system, network, software, cybersecurity is involved. This could be you or somebody else. Somebody's going to end up in the witness protection program because we even got crooked judges here. So it's something that's a big deal. It's going to be some type of high profile case. So someone's going to have to go into the witness protection program. Not everybody, but somebody. All right. It says here, every man for himself. So right now, these karmics are going to start snitching on each other. We've been picking up on that. That they're going to start snitching on each other. They're not going to look out for nobody. It's every man for themselves at this point. All right. Alimony. Somebody who's on alimony is significant. Somebody's spouse, baby mama, baby daddy. Using illegal tactics to get their way. So this is right here. The strategy. Them, you know, trying to take you out. They had connections. They had a crooked judge. And they was doing illegal tactics to get their way. Green car, green eyes. Okay, green. You know, like they was green. You know, like stupid. You know, like they didn't know any better. They didn't think they were gonna get caught. Okay, and here we are. All right, let's see. What can we get, Holy Spirit, with offshore accounts? Oh, pretending like they don't know, but they know. Okay, so they know that they're under investigation. Like I said, they're trying to hide this money. They put it in an offshore account. Tell me more. Teamwork doesn't always make the dream work. Yeah, right here. Every man for himself at this point. They're seeing that them working with others, it didn't really do anything. All right, they're still going to go to prison. Okay, we have here an aunt or an uncle. All right, so teamwork with these two. They're realizing now that it didn't make the dream work. Tell me more. Is every man for himself? They was making false reports about you. You're going to be proven innocent. Look at that. They was making false reports. And look, research. Somebody's going to do research on you. You know, the feds, whatever. Whoever they're making false reports to. And it's going to be proven that you are innocent. That you are not whatever it is that they're trying to say that you're doing. Okay? They're trying to get you caught up in something. And you're not going to get caught up in shit. Okay? Tell me more, Holy Spirit. The letter K, somebody's first name, middle name, last name has a K in it. This could be you or somebody else. A private investigator. So somebody hired a private investigator. Okay, it could be a police officer. Does this investigator or an officer is involved in this? Tell me more. Okay, let's see what we got here. Your family forged your name. They even had a crooked notary that was involved in this. Oh boy. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we have here somebody, they tried to hack your account, so they did. They hack your phone. This could be bank accounts or something like that. We do have here an IT worker. So look, confirmation. Let's put this right here. This cybersecurity, okay, someone who works in something like that, okay, they hacked your device. They could have been doing this to get a lot of information. Okay, it's always something different. We have here somebody with a Lexus car. It's significant. It's always like a different reason that comes out. Like they try to track, you know, your location, your GPS, where your phone be signing in from. They could be trying to get all your contacts, you know, who you're communicating with, check your emails, you know, a lot of weird shit that they be doing. All right, to try to like basically stay ahead of whatever's going on, and it's not gonna work. Okay, we have here buying or selling a property. So this could be something that right here, something that was left to you, money, okay, and they're gonna buy, or they bought a property with the money that was left to you, and the rest of the money is in an offshore account. Tell me more. They committed fraud. Yeah, so they committed fraud. Look, you cannot make this up. You inherited a land or a house. They committed fraud to be able to get this house. All right, they did it with your name. They forged your name. All right, let's see what we got here. An organization. Somebody's part of an organization, secret society, a sorority, a fraternity, a group, a religion. They're part of some type of community here. That's why it says here, teamwork doesn't always make the dream work. All right, and look, this community, right? Look, they're going to start snitching on each other. Again, teamwork doesn't always make the dream work. They're going to start, every man for himself, they're going to start snitching on each other regarding this legal situation. What do we have here? Okay, they forged your signature to purchase a vehicle, and then we have here that they forged your signature for a payout. So again, there was money that was left to you. They committed fraud. They forged your name. They forged your name again, double confirmation. They got a car and they got a house, and the rest of the money is in an offshore account. Let me clarify. Let me start clarifying. Okay, so why do we have this time that they hacked the devices of the collective? What is the goal, Holy Spirit? What are they doing this for? Because it comes out so much. It's like, what are they doing this shit for? What do they get from this? Oh my God, these people are crazy. Let's see. Eight of Pentacles reverse. Three of Swords reverse. We have here bribe, temptation, persuasion. All right, some type of, look, like they're trying to see like if you're working with anybody, because the Eight of Pentacles is like work. In the reverse, if you're not working, if you're not committed. Okay, the Three of Swords is reconcile, like, you know, meeting up with somebody. Why? Okay, clarify the Three of Swords reverse. Maybe they're trying to like track if you're meeting up with somebody, yeah, to make sure that you don't win something, you don't be triumphant. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. You see how it's money here? Money that's in a vault. It's in a safe. You see that? So in the reverse, it's like this money is not going to be safe no more. It's not going to be hidden. It's going to be given to you. So they're trying to see if you are going to meet up with someone to fix the situation at hand here and receive this money. That's how this situation is going to be healed, by you getting some type of money that they're trying to hold on to. Okay, again, confirmation. They don't want you to be triumphant. They don't want you to get this money. They don't want you to, you know, press charges. Okay, and we have a Queen of Pentacles reverse in the bottom of the deck. So this is a woman, a karmic woman. She could be a mother figure, an aunt, a stepmother. You know, it's not a mother because the mother is an empress. So the Queen of Pentacles is like a mother figure. It's a woman who's in your family who is a part of this. And with the Queen of Pentacles reverse, the Pentacles is about money. So in the reverse, this is someone who would do anything for money. They would do something strange for a little piece of change. Okay, they would do whatever they gotta do, scheme, scam, whatever. All right, it could be an aunt. Maybe the money was left, you know, to you, and they didn't like that. They didn't like that. Maybe your grandparents left you something, and they went and they did all of this to take it. So this is why they hacked your phone. In particular, today's reading, this is why they hacked your phone, because they're trying to see if you're communicating with anybody, if you're meeting up with someone, you know, like, again, court officials. We keep picking up on that energy that they're desperately trying to block you from getting communication from the courts. That's what this is. The communication from the courts is going to be, you know, I don't know how they do that. They're going to tell you to come to the court. They're going to give you a court day or some shit. I don't know the process, but I know that it's going to lead to you getting some type of money. And that's what they're trying trying to avoid. And this money is what they stole. All right. So don't worry. Okay. We already know how this is going to end. And it's going to end with you getting what they stole from you. So just, you know, just trust the process. All right. Look, they're doing spells and on the judge and lawyers to delay a court case or make the situation go in their favor. Okay. So it's not going to work. Okay. God is in control here. But just know that this is what's going on. They're doing a lot of spell work right now with this entire situation. They don't want the truth to be revealed about what they did. They don't want you to get what was left for you. Okay. Government, the feds is involved. Okay. So yeah, the feds is involved. Okay. Experiencing legal troubles. Yes. Legal troubles, a legal situation. They're definitely going to be experiencing legal troubles regarding all of this. Yeah, a court case. Oh my God. And look, business fraud. So they also committed business fraud. For some of y'all, they did with this forging of your name. They got a PPP loan. That's something I've been picking up on for a very long time. All right. These PPP loans that were being given out very easily, and these people was falling for that shit. Look it up if you don't know. There's a website also. I don't know the website, but look it up. That it shows you the people that are getting a warrant because they got this PPP loan and they don't really have a business. Okay, so look it up because maybe somebody got a business loan with your information. Okay, and they got a lot of money. Okay, all right. Let's see. Let me pull from another deck. Let's see what we get. All right, Spirit. What can we get with this private investigator? Private investigator. Okay, so look, this private investigator, it got something to do with this inheritance. You see that? Family ties, wealth, inheritance, property that was bought or sold. You see what I'm saying? Right here, this house. And then we have buying or selling a property. Confirmation, all right? So with praying for peace, it says praying for peace does not mean ignoring injustice. It means refusing to meet violence on its own terms. You call in a higher resolution, one beyond their design, all right? So these cards, we just apply it to the situation, all right? We don't have to go that deep into it, all right? So look, the city could be significant. Somebody could work in the city, okay? They could be from, I don't know, that could be New York. Doesn't have to be, though, all right? So somebody could have a sleeve tattoo, all right? Rainbows could be significant. Somebody could be part of the LGBT community. Now, I'm getting that this private investigator, it says praying for peace does not mean ignoring injustice. I feel like this private investigator, they see that there's some type of injustice here. You call in a higher resolution, one beyond their design, and I feel like this investigator is seeing something. Yeah, look, fake flexing. They're seeing something about this money, this inheritance. I feel like they're seeing the truth. Like they could be seeing the truth about that. Let me clarify real quick. Because why are you praying for... I feel like, you know, maybe they're just being quiet. They're doing their job because they're getting paid. But they're seeing here that there's some type of injustice. Clarify this praying for peace, Holy Spirit. So they could be praying for you to, you know, for you. Praying for peace for you. Praying that you don't get this injustice. Like they could be realizing here that these are the bad guys. Let's see. Reservation, desire, worth, and extravagance. What's at the bottom? Third wheel, enemy, distrust. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like they're seeing that they cannot trust. That they're seeing that these are the bad guys. The enemy, I just said that the bad guys. This private investigator is seeing that the people that hired them, the karmics, are really the ones that are bad. They're seeing that there was an injustice here. They're not ignoring the injustice. They're actually praying for some type of resolution for you. I know that's so random, right? But that's what I'm getting here. Okay? This private investigator is seeing how these people, you know, how they're greedy, what they did for worth, you know, to be living in this extravagant energy. Okay? With this house. this property. All right. So this particular private investigator, they see the truth, and they're not ignoring the injustice, but it just says praying right now. They're just praying. I feel like maybe that's what they feel like that's all that they can do. You know, they're getting paid to watch you. Okay. Let's see. Is this investigator watching the collective, or are they just like, you know, doing research on the collective? You know, maybe they're doing like a background check on you, and they're seeing that you're innocent, that you're not what they're painting you out to be. But they just feel like all they could do is just pray for the best, you know? They feel like they cannot do anything. All right, so look, we have here a marriage. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So look how they, like I just said right now, they could be looking you up, doing research, background check. And look at this. This person is on the computer. Okay, they're looking into something. And the Nine of Wands is an ongoing thing, an ongoing battle. This is someone who's even drained, someone who is persevering. So they're very committed to their job, basically. All right, so they are looking you up online. They're doing their research on you, this private investigator. And with this marriage, I'm getting this alimony here. Okay, this is I feel like whoever hired this particular private investigator is someone's spouse or ex-spouse. Okay, that you know, they're about to be your ex. Okay, someone that you are in a marriage with, or someone that you divorced. This is the person. If it's not marriage, it says here a couple. Okay, so it could be a couple that's involved in this scheme to take this money from you, a couple in your family or whatever, or just some type of couple. If it's not a couple, it's your spouse. Take it how it resonates for you. But yes, this private investigator right now, I don't see anything about them watching you in person, like following you. I would have gotten like a vehicle or something like that. What I'm getting here is that they're doing research on you, doing background checks online. They could be looking through your social media, gathering information about you, and realizing that you are not what they painted you out to be. Okay, and whatever they have stumbled upon regarding this wealth, this property, this inheritance, they're seeing that you are not at fault. Okay. All right, but they feel like their hands are tied, like they probably cannot do anything. And all I'm getting with that praying card is that that's what they're doing. They're just praying, you know, that things come to light secretly. Secretly, they're praying for that. Okay, while they're getting their check, but you know, that's what they're doing. Okay, so that's for somebody. Let's see what else. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Corrupt government officials are under federal investigation. So look, we got the crooked judge right here. So she could be under investigation, and there's probably others that are involved in this, because we see that they was using illegal tactics to get their way. Okay, they had connections here. So let's see if anything else comes out with that. Tell us more, Holy Spirit. What else? A cutthroat person. Okay, these people are very cutthroat. They would do anything for money. And look, narcissistic mother. It came out with cutthroat person. My goodness. So somebody's narcissistic mother is involved. If it's not a mother, like I said, flip it. It could be a mother figure. It could be an aunt. It could be you know, just a woman, some type of mother figure. They're very cutthroat. We did see a woman energy coming out here with that Queen of Pentacles reverse, that they would do anything for money. Okay, we have here a hate campaign against you, and we have making false reports. Okay, so they was definitely lying. And look, foreign bank account flagged and under investigation. And we have here offshore accounts. Okay, so investigation. We got another card about investigation. Like, these people are under investigation. Tell us more. So one of these people is a Mason. All right, we know that not all Masons are into this shit. All right, but somebody is a part of that secret society organization. Like I said right here with this organization card, that somebody is a Mason, an Eastern Star, in some type of sorority, fraternity. All right, we have here a Mason relative. You was playing chess while they was playing tic-tac-toe. All right, these people, they was not expecting this to go down like this. And we have here fired and revoked registered nurse license. So there's a registered nurse that's involved in this. That's very specific for somebody. They're getting fired, and their license is going to be revoked. Anything else, Holy Spirit? We have here fraud and identity theft charge. More confirmation. We got a lot of forgery, fraud energy coming out today. Wow, a stolen property. A lot of energy about this property too. Okay, so here we go. It was stolen because it was for you. And you're going to be testifying in court. There you go. Confirmation. Whatever was left to you on the will, you're going to testify. You're going to speak your truth. And the truth is going to be revealed. And justice is going to be served. That's it. Simple. But you just have to trust the process. Don't go anywhere that these people are trying to invite you, because they're on some bullshit. Okay? Talk to me about these spells that they're doing, Holy Spirit. These spells, this spell work, brujeria, voodoo, hoodoo. Okay, wow, you cannot make this up. The Magician card, yes, that's the voodoo right there. All right, so we got confirmation here. They're trying to manipulate the situation. All right, we have here the Tower. Okay, so with the Tower, they know that this is not, it's not going to go well for them. Okay, we have here with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, they know that they're going to lose a lot. They're going to lose a lot if this spell work does not work. Okay, we have here the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is them stealing. This is them being strategic. This is them trying to be sneaky. This is underhanded behavior. Okay, so yes, with this spell work, this is what they're doing. They're trying to make the shit go in their favor. They're scared. They know that with that Tower, that's unwanted change. That's chaos. You know, like they know that it's going to be some crazy shit that's going to come for them. So they're trying with everything that they got to like not get got. That's it. Simple. They're really trying hard. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we can get. All right, Holy Spirit, talk to me about all this forgery, forgery, fraud, identity theft, forging signature to get a house, the vehicle. Like, what can we get with that? Ten of Wands in the reverse. Wow. This is like, all right, Ten of Wands, you see this? Failure. Losing, okay? They're losing, okay? It's a failure. Everything that they was doing. And the Ten of Wands reverse, they're gonna be heavily burdened. They're gonna be looking for somewhere to release their burdens. Like maybe they're gonna have to move. Tell me more. Because if they're living in this house as yours, they are gonna have to move. We have here policy change. So something about a policy is coming out as well. Yeah, look, some type of family, a family policy, life insurance or something like that. Somebody has an insurance policy too. Tell me more. Oh my God. Remember, we were clarifying fraud and identity theft and your family doing shit. So your family got some type of insurance policy. Tell me more. If it's not a policy change, it says that a policy, it says a shift is on the horizon. Whether it liberates or limits depends on who's writing it and why. Okay, let me see. Five of Cups. So they're gonna take a loss. They're gonna regret. They're gonna be in a lot of regret for getting this policy. All right, on you or maybe on a child in your family. If you have a child, somebody could have gotten a policy on somebody in your family. Look at that. Can you see that? I'm getting goosebumps. Look at that. When I get the goosebumps like that, that's the chills. You know, like Spirit is giving me confirmation. Like, yes, that's what they did. That's what they did. Somebody got a policy, a life insurance policy on you. Somebody in your family did that. Okay. And we see right here, they did this for a payout. So that's the payout right here. This insurance policy. Oh, my goodness. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Ten of Swords in the reverse. You are going to be getting out of this situation, all right? They wanted you rock bottom, okay? Ten of Swords, hitting rock bottom. You're going to get out of that situation. Again, like it says here, you're going to be proven innocent. They're not going to be able to get you caught up in nothing that they did, okay? All right, so let me pull location, see what location comes out. This could be where the accounts are, the money is, the location, where the house is, the property, the land. We have Georgia. This could be where you are or where you're from or where they are. You know, take this how it resonates for you. Okay, we have Georgia, Utah, Missouri, the Bronx. Shout out to the Bronx. North Carolina. Some of y'all be asking me, oh, confirmation, the Bronx again, where I'm from. So I'm from the Bronx, New York City. But now I live in Florida, where I was meant to be, the Sunshine State. I love it here. So shout out to Florida and the Bronx. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Delaware, Michigan, Massachusetts, the west coast of the U.S., Wyoming, and Illinois is significant. Let me pull some names, and then we're going to close this out. If you see your name here, this is giving you confirmation. There's a message here for you. If you see one of the karmics' names, this is your confirmation that they're involved. If you don't see any names here, take what resonates from this message and leave what does not. Akira, Carol, Kraft, Hannah, English, Deshawn, Dawn, Ernie, Felicia, Yvonne, Greer, Diamond, Lakeisha, Webb, Claudia, Shawnee, Rogers, Davis, Chandler, Messiah, McGowan, Sherika, Marcus, Corolos, and Beth. Roman, Letitia, Parks, Mohammed, Tommy, Lloyd, Glenn, Green, Alice, Tillman, Cody, Adele, Audrey, Garcia, Luna, Max, and Lori. It could be thundering where you are. I don't know if you hear the thunder, but it's been like that for these last couple days. All right, one more. Liliana, Nell, Marina, Dimitri, Tommy, Spears, Raymond, or Ramon, Emerson, Ayana, Bailey, Drew, Newton, Perry, Lowe, Hudson, Maddox, Rita, Corrine, Moore, Gotti, Myra, Edmund, Sanders, Nell, Dean, Letitia, and Rita. Giorgio, Martin, Van, Ellis, JR or Junior, Suazo, Chuck, Trina, Bush, Zayas, Regan, Stella, Virgil, Leaks, Navarro, Tatum, Lexi, Mitchell, Buchanan, Mathis, Whitley, Vega, and Daria. Okay, and we have here Daisy, Simone, Peter, Carson, Martin, Brandy, Knowles, Whitney, Megan, Candace, Tammy, Lena, Leo, Anastasia, Anderson, and Lynn. All right, y'all, that's what I got here. I hope I was able to bring clarity and confirmation to whoever needed to receive this message. Spiritual Court is now adjourned. Peace.